football has come to Northeast Ohio at Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Coming up, divisional round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Cleveland Browns. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
2nd and 1. He's got a man wide open, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This pass out wide to Hall. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
68, trap 60, trap 60. 18, Pioneer. 7 Pirates, 79 Broncos. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall from 10 yards out. And the Jets are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Green. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. A carry here for Trevion Henderson. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. They go play action here on 1st down. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Come on. 19 Tiger.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. All the way in. Touchdown, New York. Christian Watson, 41 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Stephanie! 60, 18 Cardinal, 8, go!
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
10, 7, 6.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. They'll go empty backfield now on 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Let's go! Mustang 19. 18 Rattler. 18 Pioneer.
Back to throw. Green will try to pick it up himself. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That's good.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
42-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready up.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Dragon 60. Go! Buffalo 18. Warrior 70. Trap 60. Trap 60.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every game.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor, maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll look to throw now on first down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And he stopped immediately there.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Launching one for Henderson. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Here we go. 18, Pioneer. Steady.
He'll try and throw for it here. He'll try to do it himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way down to the 26. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On first down, it's Henderson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 8.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Trap 60, trap 60.
Looking to throw. Green. He gets this one to Burks. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19.
It looks like they'll move things around here. Henderson diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Jets 17. Browns 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because You're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Back to throw. We'll find Parker again. Complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run. A first down.
First down.
18 Cardinal. Trap 50, trap.
They'll look to throw here. That one complete to Parker. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second down at the Browns' 29-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now back to throw. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll go with the keeper. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. The sneak successful from a yard out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Ready, set.
Looking to put a drive together.
Come on.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Off the play fake. Green. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
Quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Officially nothing on that one, no gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
70 Rangers.
Back to throw. Green. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
70 Timberwolf, 18 Pioneer, 65 Cats, 65 Cats.
Operating from the gun, Green. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Jets continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Round 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now he'll tuck this and run. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. This hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he's got some space here. Now he's loose at the 40. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why, because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game, because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets have opened the lead up to 30. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball.
And he lost the football.
Wow, that ball was not free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Warriors 70. Let's go. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Green. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
They made that way too easy.
Right side, he finds his receiver, Horton. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here we go. Set. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Dragon 60.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Ready.
That's a 49-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
7-yard loss.
So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Come on, come on. Panther 11, Cougar 19. 65, go.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Once again, it's Henderson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
It's complete. Burks. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now he's going to... coughed it up! And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. Oh, they try to line up on the return. Now the ball's loose. And it looks like the defense has got it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And some room to run now. What a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, Jets.
Now on 1st down, he's going to sneak it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, I think we can safely agree. That's not a call you see very often on 1st and 10.
Ever. Who calls a 1st down sneak?
I guess the best we've probably seen is a 1st down quarterback draw.
Right.
Yeah, but not a sneak, but they did gain yards.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 10. And the Jets a first down.
Here's Hall again. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Hall want to give up the middle. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Yeah, here we go. I take mine.
And they take a knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Sanders. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Got it. Ready?
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Ready?
Up the middle, it's Henderson. And he loses the football a second time. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. My goodness, it'll be a disastrous loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Straight ahead is Hall. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
Ready? Ready?
And they'll try to run the option here. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. They get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But I think the ball's out. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. He's still on his feet. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship, and do you think that the printing press is...